the greatest accountability is to yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, did I do this or did I not do it? Welcome back, entrepreneurs. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 common pitfalls that continuously and consistently, keyword here, keep small business owners from achieving the great, dreams and thoughts and ideas that they had when they first started out to venture into their own business. So our time here in this video, we're going to talk about, the practical strategies that you can implement, not just to avoid these traps, but to even succeed beyond, any dream that you possibly have. So let's jump right into it. And let's talk about the root of business challenge, which is number 1, I think, lack of effective planning. I talk to business owners every single day, and a lot of the conversations are, about the struggles, and it goes back to the planning. And tell me about your plan. Where's your plan written? What are you supposed to be doing? Open up your calendar. Tell me what it looks like, right? And it's, yeah, I got it. I know what I'm doing. It's written down. I follow it, right? But there's nothing there. It's like an invisible space, right? It's all right here. And what it is, after talking to thousands of business owners in my career, day in and day out, their plan is really, it's a map of somebody else, right? Because they just watched a TikTok. They just watched an Instagram reel and, oh, this looks good, I'm going to do that. And then, an hour later, this looks good and I'm going to do that. So number 1, and we're going to go deep in this, is a lack of effective planning. The importance of planning it's a big issue. Many small business owners start with the plan, as I was talking about earlier, but they fail to follow through, right? They fail to follow through. They fail to, adjust the plan. They even fail to just complete a comprehensive plan for themselves, right? That is surrounded, with the, why did I go out on my own? Why did I start a new business? What are my goals? What's the reason I want, the money or the house or the vacations, whatever it is. There's no strategic, comprehensive plan to get there. And we got to change that. And here's how we're going to do it. Number 1, we have to do some strategic planning, right? We have to take a breather, right? We're always running, jumping from room to room, from client to client. We got to stop and take some time to create a great plan for our business. Figure out, why did I get into this specific business? What's my passion behind it? Why do I love it? Who am I trying to serve? How am I going to serve them, right? What do I want to get out of this? Whether that's money, freedom, whatever it is, put all of that down. That's a big step in the plan. Number 2, might seem obvious, but we have to follow the plan. Again, I talk to so many business owners every single day, and some of them, it's kind of like a trick. I'll get on the phone with them. They're complaining that, they're broke. There's no money. There's no business. There's no pipeline. And I say, stop. I said, I want you to do this for me. And if you don't do it, the phone call's over, right? Get your phone, open up your calendar, take a screenshot, send it to me. Let me see what that looks like. Believe it or not, it's blank. There's nothing to follow. We're waking up amongst a herd of other sheep, just following one another. Nobody knows what's going on. How can you possibly have consistency in your business? How can you possibly have thriving growth in your business when you're waking up to a blank calendar every day? Number 3, guys, there has to be an alignment between the goals and the plans and your calendar. We have to adjust the plan, right? We have to see, I did A, B, and C today. How well did it work? Maybe it's not working very well, and that's okay. It's called failure. We learn from failure, right? If we wake up thinking that everything we touch and do and say is perfect, we're going to have a rude awakening at some point in our life, hopefully sooner than later. But listen, we have to adjust the plans, right? Because in our mind, we say, listen, if I talk to 20 people a day, I'm going to, get X amount of sales. However, there's some external factors called the economy, called inflation, called the labor market, right? There's a lot of things that are happening in our world outside of us that we don't control. So by us looking at the results of our day, we get to adjust and say, listen, I thought I had to talk to 20. It's actually 35. You can't lose when you do that. So your calendar is going to be a great, effective time management for you if you use it. Our phones can run, whether it's a $100,000 business, a $10 million business. So listen, use the tools. There's a great tool in here, which is a calendar, whatever your preference is, whether that's Outlook or Google or Gmail, whatever that is, pick the one that's best for you, engage with it, and you're going to win, right? So When you engage with the calendar, you're going to be able to demonstrate to yourself how effective, right, you're going to be with your day, because you're going to wake up and understand what are the requirements of your day. With your morning routine, right, you can start visualizing, okay, I'm going to do this task, I'm going to do that task, I've got some calls, I got some follow-ups. You can already visualize winning your day simply by just looking at the calendar for today before your day even gets started. Number two, listen, we get the ability to prioritize. And it is important to prioritize, because when we don't prioritize, then we end up doing what? Putting out fires consistently. So instead of being, proactive with us doing the activities that we need to do to move our business forward, now we're just, get the water hose out because we got to put out all these fires because we're not prioritizing the activities we have to do. And make no mistake about it, we're building a business, okay? And a business is about growing the business, bringing in cash, bringing in revenue, scaling, bringing in people, and having those people help us. So it is a big deal to prioritize. And that leads me to number three on this, calendar topic, is we have to delegate. At the beginning of our business, we're doing everything from, the work itself to cleaning the toilets. But after a while, when we start looking at our step-by-step in the calendar, we're going to find things that we can delegate to other people. Whether that's people that we're going to hire to do those things, or maybe we've partnered with outside contractors, maybe we're working with our vendors or suppliers, but we got to start delegating so that we can gain control of our calendar, because the more business we do, the more clients we have, well, there's only so many hours in a day. So we have to start getting rid of the stuff that's not a high-paying activity, move it over to somebody else. And that's the importance of really understanding and just acknowledging the power of a calendar that's going to move your day and your business forward. All right, number three in avoiding the pitfalls that are keeping small business owners just down is facing your fears. And listen, you're not alone. I mean, this is a big deal for all of us, right? And as we build that muscle, right, it's like you got to do some reps and reps and reps. And when you start being consistent with that, right, where you have a daily review and accountability session with yourself, it's going to be very, very empowering. And listen, I'm okay with external accountability. I do it. Great business owners do it. We have other people that we look up to, people that can share information with us. We can share information with others, whether that's, hey, I'll meet you at the gym at 5:30 in the morning, accountability partner, right? But the greatest accountability is to yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, did I do this or did I not do it? It's just being aware, right? You have to be aware. And that's what accountability is, a big, big deal. And I think a lot of failure stems from this, because how do we wake up tomorrow to a better solution when we don't have an accountability to see, did we do the things we were supposed to do? How well did we do them? Did we adjust them? So again, it is so important at the end of your business day to have a recap, right? Have a simple process. Put an alarm on your calendar that says, review my day. That's accountability, right? Because if we just close our eyes, ostrich, head in the sand, hoping, waiting, and praying that what we're doing is somehow going to pay off. Today's business world is, you better be ready. You better understand that you're building a business. You better understand that you're competing with a lot of people that are hungry. They're going after it. And you can be one of those winners by having great accountability to yourself, right? So accountability is going to allow us to have, learn from the losses. Guys, we're going to lose. We're going to lose every day, right? What we want to do is have little micro losses, because we can improve those easily. But when we don't look at a calendar, when we don't have an accountability, when we don't have, when we don't adjust the things that aren't working right, those little micro become macro losses that sometimes are so hard to just dig out of the hole, guys. And another thing that you can do in terms of accountability and what others are doing, Google your favorite companies that you like to buy clothing from, amusement parks, whatever it is. Look up the CEO, look at their routines, look at what they focus on, right? They are constantly talking about outcomes. How can they improve the adjustments they need to make, the implementation? And again, let's review, let's adjust, and let's re-implement. That's how you're going to be great. So give yourself the greatest accountability to yourself. Be a great partner to yourself. And these three pitfalls are going to be nothing for you, because you're going to just go right through them with these things. By embracing these three practices, effective planning, Disciplined scheduling, using that calendar is a great tool. And of course, just looking and reviewing your day. Accountability to yourself, you're going to dramatically improve your business operations and the outcomes that you desire. Remember, this is not simply about being busy. Busy is actually a bad word for business people, right? We want to be productive and doing things that are taking us towards our vision. So it is all about making conscious choices every day that are in alignment with why you started this journey. So that's why it's so important to recap. A business plan. Why did you venture out to do the things that you wanted to do? How are you going to do that? Make sure everything is aligned in alignment with your calendar. Be accountable to that calendar, and you're going to have a great business for a very, very long time. If you found these strategies helpful, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and of course, share this video with other business owners. And follow these 3 steps to making sure that you're going to have a business that's going to succeed and thrive for many, many years to come.